So take notice how this, I got Jesus Christ back here, but the law of Torah, it says you cannot have an image. Why? Because Moses knew about telepathy way before telepathy was written, way before the books was written. There's a lot of sciences out there. There's telepathy, there's mind readers, there's mind controllers. The CIA has books about how to find mind controllers. And these people are really dangerous. If you don't know how to read the scriptures, you can get caught up in some shit. You can be thinking you're in World War III, shooting at a barrage of people, and you might be thinking, well, it's PTSD. But that's because it's spiritual warfare. A lot of the PTSD veterans come back from these wars. You're fighting Muslims. When you fight, God connects you to what kill zone you're in, and that's why they say that you place yourself in a judgment, and then they come to the U.S. and try to get rid of all those problems, psychological problems. But there's black psychology. They're coming out with new crazy shit about how technology will read your neurons, put it in some memory drive, and kick it right back out. Like, the shit is so crazy that these sciences have always been around. I mean, the book of Nehemiah, when he was building the wall, and then God told him about his enemies, that they were going to advance on his building the wall of the Holy Land in Jerusalem. The blowing into knots against Muhammad. That's witchcraft. Blowing the controlling of winds, which was part of what Christ's gift was, being able to preach the gospel. He controlled the winds. That's why the tongue came like a sword. So, and there are other sciences out there like aerial attacks, meaning people could just navigate and find your spirit. And this is why the children of Israel used to have those emblems, those stones on their chests to protect them from those kind of energies, to protect them and shield them. Unfortunately, Israel never kept up with those traditions, and we're left at the attacks by science. Science is attacking God. They have telepathy, black psychology, mind control, mind reading. Like, it's literally like very difficult for people not to be in judgments. What does judgment mean? Judgment means when somebody's able to connect with you spiritually. Judgment is called spiritual warfare. What happens is that people go into the spiritual world and start to try to find out secrets about people. And God either reveals it or he doesn't. And if he reveals it, then you're up for a judgment. That means if you raped or you robbed and you thought nobody was going to find out, guess what? People, psychics, etc., they could go into the spiritual world, ask God, and God, if they're holy enough, God will reveal it to them. And if God wants to send a hell angel at you instead of a guardian angel at you, then he's going to replace one for the other to send the judgment. And that's just how it is. That's why the book of the Torah is always saying that there's always judgments on the land. Now, for me, I'm always in the judgment because I'm an intellectual, and people try to attack me spiritually because I'm very studious of the laws. I teach the law no matter what. I teach the law, but I teach science. I teach how science combats the laws of God, how the sciences are actually destroying our societies because they can attack the mind. They can mind strike you from the spiritual sense. The evil retreating whisper is another example of that. So what happens is that there are people who are like murmurs, and they'll be whispering something, but while they're whispering something, someone's ear is catching that whisper. Because this is how the world and the system works. And it's in the sciences. You go read the sciences and you'll know about that. Especially the sciences that are coming out, which is even going to be even more insane which is when you have technology reading your neurons, and they're going to relay things back into your head, and that shit relays back into the computer system. Fuck it, we're gonna be like fucking robots stuck on like ventilators and shitting in tubes. I mean, this is the zombie apocalypse that our generation, our former generations, our forefathers warned us about. Take care and God bless.